On immigration, we haven't gotten to that point yet, very important issue as well. Here are my thoughts. I think the Arizona immigration law, certainly for Arizona and the people of Arizona, that was a direction that they felt they had to go because of indigenous circumstances on the ground. In terms of comprehensive immigration reform in our country generally, I think it has served only to distract us from what we really need to be doing if we want to find a solution to the illegal immigration problem. And I think that's threefold. Number one, we need to make sure that we secure the borders. The American people expect the federal government to assume its obligation, its responsibility on immigration, first and foremost to secure the borders. I often refer to it as making sure we have tall fences and wide gates. We need to have tall fences for illegal immigration and wide gates for legal immigration. Secondly, we need to make sure, as Marco suggested earlier, we need to make sure and crack down on employers that hire undocumented workers. Just as it is unacceptable to me that in this country, with this administration, we cannot cap this hole in the Gulf. It is unacceptable to me that we cannot have the technology to ensure that workers are documented and that employers are hiring legal workers. We have to be able to do that in this country, and we should make that an important element. And then third, we need to have a viable and sustainable temporary worker or guest worker program. I will tell you that there are industries in this country, and particularly here in Florida, whether it be agribusiness or construction or the hospitality industry, who have come to Tallahassee over the years and have testified as to the difficulty of finding a labor force here in this country. We need to make sure that whoever comes here to work as part of that guest worker program, and if it's a rocket scientist, great, I'm all for bringing rocket scientists from around the world. But we need more than that. And we need to build a program that the American people will have faith in, where we will know that the people who come here to work, where they are, why they're here, what they're doing. If we can build on those three elements, securing the borders, cracking down on employers that hire undocumented workers, and making sure we have a viable guest worker program, then and only then will the American people have the confidence in Congress and the White House to make sure that we can go past those issues into comprehensive immigration reform. The reason it's broken down so much in the past is because people have been more concerned about, okay, what do we do in terms of allowing a path towards citizenship? We're not there yet. We are nowhere near that discussion because the American people don't have faith in the federal government's ability to deal with this issue today, because this administration, for example, is so much more concerned about suing Arizona than they are with working in Congress and trying to bring some of these elements to fruition. They're more concerned about suing Arizona than securing the border or cracking down on employers that hire illegals or having a viable guest worker program. That's why they should be paying their attention. That's where they should be putting their efforts, making sure that we can start where we have consensus. There is utmost consensus on those items.